So we're still in quarantine in Myrtle Beach and we're struggling for things to do. So saddle in, folks. This is going to be another episode of Cooking with Sarah. Let's see what Sarah's doing tonight.
It's Cinco De Mayo, so I am going to try to make a queso with what we have.
Obviously, we could go to a grocery store and buy proper chips and ingredients to make queso and so forth, but we're going to be leaving Myrtle Beach pretty soon, so we don't want to do any grocery shopping. So we're trying to use everything that is left in our kitchen. That's going to make this video pretty interesting.
And I'm going to make homemade tortillas. And my version of homemade, as you can see, is taking the tortillas, cutting them up, and frying them.
So you just put the chips right in there, huh?
Yeah.
Is there a temperature? I'm trying to get the details.
8.
So right now is probably the least interesting part of the recipe. How long do you have to cook these for?
Until they get golden.
She's basically just making her own. What are the chips called? Oh, these are ready?
Yep, they're draining on the oil. And, as it says, Tony Chachere's, grate on everything. So I don't have butter. We're going to use oil.
All right, so what are we doing now?
My 2 tablespoons of butter.
Whoa!
Okay, we're not doing that. I don't have flour.
No flour?
But I have corn flour, so we're gonna do that, and that's gluten-free for me. All right, now I put in 2 tablespoons of flour, aka corn masa flour. One cup.
So it's just 1 cup of milk and a little bit of corn masa and olive oil.
I do have 7 slices, actually more than 7 slices. I have a whole package of processed American cheese. I'm taking off the individual wrappers. I probably should have done some prep work for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. I do have salt.
At this point, like a real cooking show would be saying something like, as you add the kinetic energy to and the heat energy into the mixture, it brings out it breaks down the lipids in the cheese and blah blah blah. And you know what? We're just melting some American cheese into a saucepan full of milk.
I think it's getting there.
It's getting thick, huh?
Yeah.
How we doing?
I think we're ready. I'm gonna get some more of that Chachere's.
That actually does look like queso dip, I gotta say.
I think you're gonna have to wait a little bit, it's a bit hot. And I think we're gonna add in some salsa for good measure. Voila!
Lots of people know I used to live in Austin, Texas, and queso is not just something that we eat on a regular basis. It's kind of like a social thing. It's like you invite people to go get a drink. You invite people to go get queso. So I'm excited about trying this stuff. I like that it's got a nice cheesy consistency to it. It's thick, like a queso, you know?
I'm gonna stir it.
This would never play in Austin.
Well, it's pretty bland.
But it's edible, and it's a way for us to use up some of our leftover ingredients as we are leaving Myrtle Beach soon.
I'm gonna stir in the salsa, see if that's any better.
Remember, it ain't Cinco de Mayo without Chi-Chi's. I don't know why I'm giving Chi-Chi's a plug. Chi-Chi's better be sending me some of that sweet money. Yeah, Chi-Chi's was on sale. All right, now with the stirred in salsa.
That's better.
If a restaurant served me this, I don't know that I would go back. But I will say that being for what it is, it's not too bad.
It worked.
Anyways, this has been another episode of
Sarah and Brian.
Bye-bye.
It just needs a lot more sachets, and now it's perfect.
All right. She's basically just making her own, what are the chips called? She's basically just making her own tostadas. She's basically just making her own Tostitos. She's basically just making her own